So I'm going to talk about in today's video why I personally prefer for investment decisions, not Bitcoin, but the gold mining sector. And I'm going to explain the reasons why I don't hate Bitcoin. So if you guys are out there go, "Mama," right, you just go off like a little chipmunk in the chat box. Okay, it's okay, right? You can keep your Bitcoin if you want. Right, but I'm going to explain to you why why the mining sector is a much better investment long term over the next 10 years than I believe Bitcoin is. Right? So, and again, I know people are going to say, John, you're an idiot, you have no clue. But again, it's just my point of view. Now, there's going to be two sides of the coin. People watch this video. People that love Bitcoin, they're going to go, you're an idiot, John. You don't know. Bitcoin's going to be $1 million and you're going to miss out. Sucks to be you, blah, blah, blah. Right? And then there's going to be people that love the mining sector, like, yeah, John, I'm with you, yeah. It's like, what is both of these people are going to come out of the woodworks. But let me just share with you reasons why. Okay, I want to apply two main things to you that I really want you to understand about getting into a long-term investment. This is a long-term, okay? Not short-term. My short-term analysis that I did videos recently, if you did see it, I'm expecting short-term over the maybe next week, bit of a short-term little drop. That's a little drop in the markets, not to get your knickers in a knot. It's a little drop in the markets. Why? Because how do markets work, guys? They go up, they go down, right? They don't just go straight up. They don't get to boom, 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 right? Here's the GDX. What do you notice here on this GDX, right? We go up, we go down, we go up, we go down. So if the market's been going up for a while, which we have here, we're probably going to get a little short-term weakness here. Not a really big crash, not a big down through here, and no. But I do believe the mining sector is going to get hit really hard in the next recession. But that's beside the point, okay? If I'm looking for why I'm a big proponent, is that the right word, guys? In the mining sector for long-term investments. Now remember, what is a long-term investment? You buy, you hold for 5 years. And through that 5 years, you're going to have some really big bull moves and you're going to have nice, strong pullbacks, 10%, 20%, maybe more. And then there's going to be another bull move. You're going to have a maybe short-term weakness for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. And then big moves for 4 months. That's long-term investing, okay? I want to say that because I find people like, yeah, I believe in the mining sector, and they buy, and and it goes down for 1 week, and they're like, oh my goodness, like, no, that's trader mentality. Don't do trading and investing together. A trader is what? You're getting in, you manage the stops, you're getting out, you're managing it short term. What is an investor? You buy and let it go. Who cares what happens over the next few days, right? If you want to capitalize on big moves. Anyway, so the big thing about what I want to share with you here is two things. Firstly, for me, now this is me. For me, if I'm looking for a really good investment, I'm looking for two things. One, I'm looking for something that hasn't made a big move yet. And most people are not talking about it. As we know, the greatest investments of history have been when most people, one, have been talking about it, two, they don't like it, and three, they think you're an idiot for talking about it. Apart from some other people in my comment section. So the first thing I want to say is that, again, if I'm applying two types of frameworks to this, why I believe the mining sector is a much better investment than Bitcoin. And this is it here. The first thing is that I want to become part of something that most people don't think is good because it hasn't been doing anything. And I want to become part of something, get part of something that hasn't already made a big move, right? So if you're getting into the good old Bitcoin, that's right. For you guys that follow Bitcoin, that's a Bitcoin. It's gonna actually, I believe Bitcoin's got another big move to the upside coming. So why? Because look at the way the markets work, guys, right? Look at the way the markets work. Oh, why is Bitcoin going just sideways here for a while? Because how do markets work? You guys have been following me now for the last few weeks. You guys are probably saying, okay, John, I get it, right? Goes up, goes down, and goes up, and goes down. Why is Bitcoin doing what it's doing right now? Because it's how markets work. After a big move for a while, we go sideways or we get a pullback, or it may just do this. It may do something like this, what's happening here, and then we go for another big move, and then do some of that, another big move, okay? That's why in any position you're getting into on a trader mentality, if the market's already done that, and this here is 2 months worth of movement, wrong time to get in. Okay? Wrong time to get in. AKA gold right now. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. So, right now, Bitcoin has already made a big move, and so many people are Bitcoin, crypto, Bitcoin, right? So that's the first thing I do say. The best investments is when no one wants to get involved with it, right? When a lot of people are talking about that topic, you're pretty late. Now, it doesn't mean that doesn't mean it's the top in the market, but you're pretty late. For me, no one's talking about the mining sector for long-term investments. People think you're an idiot. Like, everyone's about AI stocks and internet. And the AI stocks and the Bitcoin boom. Okay, so that's the first thing I do say is that most people, especially the GDXJ, I'm going to talk about this in a minute. Okay, especially the GDXJ, most people are not looking at this as a good time to get involved with this. Now again, I must iterate, guys. This is not what's going to happen tomorrow or this week or this month or this year. This is what I see happening over the next 10 years. Now, when I say over the next 10 years, how that unfolds, I don't know. Right? We could experience a really big boom. Now, a big boom is what? A big boom is multiple years of a big bull market. That's what a big boom is, right? So, it's the first thing I do say. No one's talking about this level here. Now, the second thing I do say is I want to apply a bit of common sense to the market of investing. Now, what is that common sense? If we have a look at our history over years and decades and quantum decades, if that's hundreds of years, what do we normally see when it comes to the mining sector? What do we normally see? We normally go through different cycles, right? Through our timeline. Now, what is those cycles? Those cycles are, we go through some quiet periods where not much is going on. We then go through what? A mining boom. And that happens for a few years. As you saw back here, right? All through here, big mining boom back in we all do know, right? That it came up through here. 1, 2, what's that? 2 years of a big bull mining boom. We had the mining boom, we had the mining crash, and now we go through here. So as you know, if we look at just cycles of the way things work, is that the second reason why I like the mining sector, in particular the the GDXJ, right? The GDXJ. The reason why is because last time we went through a mining boom, and as you go, things go through cycles, right? We go through mining booms, we go through mining crash, and nothing happens for a while. And then eventually what happens? We're gonna go through another mining boom, right? It's not like we're never gonna go through another mining boom ever. Right? It's like, that's it, no more mining boom. Like, no, it's going to keep repeating the same cycle again and again and again. So, if the mining sector, especially the GDXJ, is still at ultra low levels, if it hasn't already made a big move, like if most people are not talking about it, and if we are now due over the next 5 or so years to be experiencing another mining boom, I wonder why the mining sector right now is a much better long-term investment, in my point of view, than Bitcoin. All of these things here, Bitcoin may, but there's so much more of a high probability of doing really well at an investment in the mining sector, especially the GDXJ, right? Because of everything I just said there. But with Bitcoin, I don't have any statistical data. I don't have any relevance. Most people are still talking about it. It's been going up for quite some time. A lot of people think it's going to keep going up. And if I think we're going to get a really big bull move out of Bitcoin, then I'm now working on a lot of hope and not an actual factual of how things work. AKA, we go through mining booms, we go through mining bust, and we go through quiet periods. There will eventually come a time when we go through a mining boom. And that's where, like right now, or at these levels, it's been a good time. Now, you've had to be patient. Yes. It's taking a lot of time. Yes. But when we do experience the next mining boom, and it may not start until another year or two from now, but who knows when that's going to happen, right? That's me guessing. But we will experience another mining boom. And when that happens, the people who are patient through this time and holding and say that it may take a few years or more before this thing really gets going, right, is going to be handsomely rewarded. Why? Because you got in before everyone starts to talk about it. Because what's going to happen? No one's talking about the mining sector. What happens if the mining sector goes through an incredible bull move? It goes from 50 up to 100, up to 150, 200% move. Let's just make sure my numbers are right there. Yeah. What's going to happen? Oh my goodness. You're an idiot. You're not in the the big or the mining sector market and so on and so forth. And from all of this here, from everything that gives me a much more higher probability of actually having a big move instead of just working on hope, that's the reason why, guys, the mining sector, in particular the GDXJ, is a much greater long-term investment than Bitcoin is right now.